video, we're going to take a look at the South Haven website. So we're going to take a look at updating the things that you guys are going to update the most, and we'll walk through how to edit and adjust pages, things like that. So typically I like to walk in how to log in, but I don't have my password handy to log in manually. So just know that you'll go to the website /wp-admin and it'll take you to a login screen with a username and password. You'll log in there and it will take you to this dashboard page here. So it's wp-admin and then that's where you'll log in. So once you get to this screen, the most important things are going to be in this black dashboard over here in the left. So I'm going to work my way down through these things and really just hit the things that are used the most on your website that you need to know about, that you'll be updating weekly. And then the rest, if you have questions about, you can let us know. So we'll just start at the top and go down. So updates, these are WordPress and plugin updates. You really don't ever have to worry about this. We take care of this for all of our clients. It's not really an issue or anything that you need to worry about. If you want to update plugins, you can, but we take care of it. So the thing that comes up after updates is pages, and this is obviously going to be important. This is where all the pages on your site are housed. One of the most important pages being your home page. So if you look, you can see all of the internal pages here, and then if you scroll all the way down, you can see that there's a couple different pages of pages. So we'll go to the next page here, and it should pull up all the rest of the pages, including the home page. And so you know it's the home page because it's labeled home page and it says front page. So I'm going to click into this and we'll take a look at how to edit the different things on the home page. I'm also going to open another tab with the website from the front end so that you can see what we're looking at and sort of how different changes look. So there's different groups and different elements within the page, and it looks a little maybe confusing or complex, but it's really not. It's pretty straightforward. So each of these blue boxes can collapse and decollapse, and you can see the info and the content that's in each section. So the first section is going to be the slider, and so you can see that there's a short code here, and so then that means we're actually not going to edit the slider here. We're going to edit it somewhere else using a different plugin. So if you ever see short code like this, you'll know that we're not going to do any editing right here. This is just a placeholder. This just loads the item, and we actually do the editing using a different plugin. So for this one, it would be Slider Revolution, which is way down here. So we'll get to that in a minute, and that'll be this slider here. So anything that appears on every single page of the site is the header or the footer. So these appear on every single page, and so those are also not going to be edited on the home page. Those will be edited elsewhere. So slider is that first section. Inviting people is the next section. This basically just works like Microsoft Word, a word processor. You can type, bold, italicize, change the size of the text, the alignment of the text. You can add images, you can add whatever. So all of that can be adjusted here. Let's see what's next. So then just under that are these three buttons here. So you'll see these are called quick links. So if I decollapse this, you can see that there are three different quick links, and we've got an image, we've got a little bit of information here, and then a link. And so if you need to edit any of that, this is where that's done. You could just type in something else here. You could delete this image and add a new one. You could add an additional icon. So I can give it a title, add an image, and either pick one from the media library or upload one here. Type whatever I want to show up right here, and then just select a link or paste a link in right here. And you can also drag, so let's go ahead and remove this because we don't want it. You can also drag and rearrange the order of these, so we can collapse and decollapse these and drag and rearrange the order if you want them to be in a different order. And so once you make any changes, you'll just make sure you click update over here. So it looks like we had on this section the latest sermon and a sermon list, but I believe we adjusted that and just added the live stream short code. So again, this is a script that's loading the short code. So there's two sides of the editor, the visual where you can just type whatever you want, and then the text side where you would paste script or code like this. So what we did here is if you ever want to bring back the latest sermon bit instead of the live stream, which I think we changed for Easter, then all you have to do is just click toggle and this little eyeball and you'll bring it back. So you can make things be invisible or not invisible that way. Kind of like this is a time where it would come in handy, is you can make something not show up for a bit and something else show up for a little bit. So that's this section. And then the following section is this upcoming events section, which has the label upcoming events. And then again, another slider. So we'll show you how to edit that down here once we get to slider revolution. So that's how you edit the main stuff on the home page. There's obviously an image in the background and a color overlay over that image, which you can also edit. But we'll show you how to do that as we edit other pages. I think let's just pick a random page. We don't want to save any of our changes, so I'm not going to click update. We'll just leave this page. If we go over to our other pages, maybe I'll select, let's look at life groups and MOPS and see. So for life groups, it looks like we just have one section here with this information. So it looks like it's just an image on a page that we were given, I think, and we added for you all. So that one's not super interesting or helpful. But for the MOPS page, this one's a little bit more complex, and you can kind of see it's set up in a similar way to the home page with a bunch of different page sections. So you'll see all these different blue sections here. And so if I decollapse them, you can see we've got the image here. We've got text here that you can copy and paste. You can adjust in any way. We've got a little bit of text plus a link and a button. Same here. And then our final two images. So the only thing that's different here is that you've got a background color at play. So you've got a background color here that you can change out and make different if you'd like. And then also we've got the width of the page section is 50%, making it half and half. Again, if you're wanting to make sort of more constructed pages like this, we can always do that for you, but I know you're wanting to be able to do it on your own. So maybe we'll just walk through how to add a new page from the beginning. So if I click add new, we'll just give the page a title, and we'll just save it as a draft instead of publishing it so that we can just work on it and look at it and it doesn't become live on the site. So the first thing we want to do is add content section. So from here, I can add a regular page section, button row, info box, quick links like on the home page, anything like that. So let's just do a standard page section like we had for the MOPS page. So let's say you want to do some VBS information. So we want to center everything, or I mean, that would be up to you. I'm just doing that here. You can do it however you like. So let's say we've got a link and we want to link to another page on the site, or we want to link to an external page. Then I'm going to come up here and click insert or edit link, and I'm going to paste the link here, or I can look for links within the site. So let's just pick one. And then I also want to format it as a button. Okay, so let's say we want this to be a full width section. Okay, I want to add another section now. So let's do a standard page section. But let's make this one 50%. And let's make another one that's going to be 50%. And we'll edit them kind of at the same time. So for this one, maybe we want to add an image. We'll just grab one just for fun, just to kind of show what it would look like. And then I want to make sure it's centered. Okay, it's centered. And then for this one, we want to say, let's add a form. So we'll get down to the forms in a bit here, but let's just go ahead and add a form. We don't need to display the title or the description, so we'll just insert it here like this. I don't know how this is going to look. It might not look great, but we'll just see. So then background, let's say we want to make this a smaller image. Let's say we want to make it like really small. Again, I don't think we would do this. So let's maybe do that. And then the background, We want to kind of make it a similar color, so maybe like a bluish. It's not quite the same color. A light blue would be down here maybe. Goodness. Okay. And then we want to make it a little bit opaque maybe. So let's add some text. We want to make sure everything's centered, and maybe we want to make this a little bit bigger. All right, let's save it as a draft, and then let's preview the page and see what we're looking at. All right, so we've got the information about VBS with our link. We've got a 50-50 page section. This is obviously a very long form, so it doesn't look very good to do it that way, but it gives you an idea of what we're looking at. And then let's say we wanted to let's add another section. And let's say we want to do a picture in the background. So we can add a background image. Let's do something like, these are all the sermons, so I'm finding a hard time. I was going to get a nice picture to give an example, but they've all got text on them. Oh, okay, let's see. Let's just pick this one. It's not going to look good, but we don't want to. So let's just say we want to do like a gray overlay, something like this. We'll save the draft and then we'll refresh this and see how it looks. Okay. So there you can see there's an image in the background with an overlay. Obviously, it doesn't look great. The other thing you can do is make that text white under format white text, and that'll make it so that it appears a little bit better. So again, you just have these different page sections. You can keep adding them. You can change the width. You can change the background image. You can change the background color. You can change the font size. You can do anything with the font or text. You add forms by clicking add form, or add media by adding media. And then this will be the URL that the page would have once it's published. So let's go ahead and publish it. No one's going to be able to see it, so we'll just go ahead and do that. For being able to add it to the menu and things like that. So let's go ahead and look through. I don't think there's anything else on these pages that would be too different. It's kind of just page sections with information and images. And yeah, this has got hyperlinks, things like that. So I don't think there should be too much more there, but of course, if you run into questions, let us know. So we're going to skip over a couple of things and just head straight to forms. This is the next thing that you might utilize, and you saw that we added a form within the page we were just working on. So for forms, you'll click Add New. And so one great thing about this plugin that we use is that you can you can use these different templates and check and see what they have. So event registration might be helpful, or just a simple contact form or an advanced contact form. Some of these might be helpful as you're doing like a VBS or something. So let's use the event registration template and just see what it looks like. And then we'll go through how to make edits and adjustments and add new fields, things like that. So we've got a name field, an email field, all these different fields. So this one looks like it has a ticket type where you would pay, and I don't know if you charge for VBS. So if you do, we can help integrate a payment process. A lot of people don't, so you might not need that, but you could just delete those fields if you want. So how you adjust things is you just click on it and we'll click delete because we don't need that field. And we're not doing ticket types, so we'll delete that. We don't need the payment details. We'll delete that. All of that would just get deleted. So each piece would get deleted. And so let's say we want to do first, email, phone. Maybe we want to also do, how did you hear about us? So we'll come over here to the different fields and we'll click, and we can drag wherever we want this field to go. And then once we want to edit it, we'll just click on it. And edit the label, and you can also edit the choices. Then if you make any changes, you'll click save, and then you can also get the embed code or get the page information here. But like I did before when I was adding the page, you could see you could just click add form. So all the fields will be over here. You'll just drag them over, and there's plain, just a plain field text. So, you know, if you're talking about like any food allergies, then somebody can just type in here. So we'll just click save and then preview, and then it'll pull it up and it'll kind of show you what it looks like, and you can start to see how it looks and how it would feel for somebody to fill out. So that's that. Then the other important thing with forms is, oops, I think I passed it. You're gonna want to make sure you have the email set correctly so that the forms get to your inbox. So you'll go to settings and notifications, and you will click admin notification. That's the one that goes to you, and you'll want to put whatever email goes there, whatever email you need to receive this. And then the from email should be something. We usually do no reply. But it should be from your URL. So it doesn't really matter what goes here, but it needs to come from southavenchurch.org, and then you'll want to make sure that your email is there. So anytime you make changes, you'll want to make sure you save the changes. So I just clicked out of that. But if you make any changes, you'll want to click in and make sure you click update notification. I'm going to go ahead and delete this because we don't want that. Okay, next up is sermons. I'm not sure if you guys are wanting to continue to add these to the site. If you do, it's pretty, what's the word I'm looking for? Intuitive. So you can click add new, and then you'll just add the name of the sermon. You'll upload the video, so you can click choose, and you'll upload it to the media library. And then you've got your list of speakers, all that, and just click publish and add your topics. I don't know if you guys are using this. I can't quite remember, but it's pretty intuitive. And if you need to add a new topic, you'll just add topic here. And I think that's everything there. But if you run into questions, let us know. Up next is this staff pod. We call these pods. It's just a space where these staff members are located. Again, pretty intuitive. You'll just click in if you need to make any edits to these, and you'll just edit the fields where you see the text. So we've got the name of the person, and then we'll scroll down and you can see staff member's name, job title, email, bio, and image. So if any of that needs to be updated, this is where you would do that, and you would just click update, and then you would just click add new and add that information all the way down here. And you can reorder the staff if they need to go in a different order. Or you can delete a staff member if somebody moves on by clicking trash. Up next, let's skip to appearance. This is going to be both the header and the menu. So this is going to be where you add items to your menu, and also where you edit the connect card and the sermon notes. So let's go ahead and go to widgets first, and this is going to be the header and footer. So in the header, you have your logo, and then you have the sermon notes and the connect card. So each week, you'll add the sermon notes, you'll upload them here, which I think you already know how to do, and then you'll collect the URL. So here's the item, and then here's the URL. So I'll either highlight it and copy it, or I'll click copy URL to clipboard. And then I will hyperlink the text, click edit, and paste the new code here and click apply. So again, appearance, widgets, it's in the header here, visual editor. I'll upload my media. I'll get the URL, and then I'll adjust the hyperlink. And then once you do that, make sure you click save. And that's it. You should be done. Then the navigation menu is here, but we don't need to edit anything here. And then the footer information is here. Nothing that really is going to get edited unless you change your phone number or address or email. That's same information, same way you edited the last box. Just click save when you're done. And then same with your socials. If this updates, you'll just edit that and click save. So then menus here is also how you add pages to your main menu. So on the site, there is this main menu that populates. And so we added this new page and it showed up over here under most recent. Same thing will happen if you add a page. Select the page, click add to menu, and then drag and drop wherever you want it to go. It can be a main menu item. It can be a sub menu item. You can do whatever you want. And then you'll click save menu and it'll be added to the menu. We don't want that, so I'll move on. Plugins are just the plugins on your site. Nothing we need to really go over there. Users, this is where you will update your password once you get logged in. You'll find your username and then you'll click into it and then you'll adjust the password. You can also create new admin profiles here. I'm going to skip over several things and go to Easy Accordion. And these are these collapsible and decollapsible things. Let me see if... So I think it's on this page. Okay, so these are called accordions. And these are edited through Accordion right here. So we'll click into whichever one we want to edit. And you can see all the different drop downs and we can just click and edit them the same way that we edited other things throughout the site. You can add a new item and that'll add another item here, or we can delete it if we don't need it, and you'll just click update. So that's going to work the same on all of them. You'll click in, find the item you want to edit. You can edit the title and the information here, and then you'll just click update. And this is the media library. This is where all of your images, PDFs, all of that is located. Click add new and you can upload items here. I don't think there's much else needed to be said there. And then the final thing is slider revolution. This is where we're going to update. You can update the slider here. I don't think you're going to, so I'm going to go ahead and skip over that one. If you decide you do want to update this, we can definitely help with that. But the one that you want to edit is this program slider. And so that's the one we're going to take a look at. So I just clicked the pencil there. So I'll just go back, click the pencil. This takes us to the editor. And so we've got our different slides here. And let's say we've got one of these events is over and we're not doing it anymore. Or let's see, is there one that's out of date? I don't think so. But let's just say this cherish, if this is an event, let's say it's over. So my options are I can either delete it, this would be the delete button, or I can hit this eyeball button and it's going to make it just disappear for now. Let's say it's going away for a week or two and we want to bring it back. This can make it disappear or reappear, and we'll just click save when we're done. So for the Connection Cafe menu, we'll just click on this one and you can see that we want to update this image. So we'll go over here to slide options, background, image, and we'll go to media library and you'll upload your new menu item and we'll select it and click insert and click save. And I know you don't want to do that yet, so we'll undo that, but then you would click save. So again, background, you go slide options, background, media library, and that's where you add it. If you want to add a new one, You can either duplicate a slide that's already here. So I'd click duplicate here and it'll pull up a new slide, and I can just change out the background like I just did with the cafe. So background, media library, let's say we uploaded something new, insert and save. Or we don't want that, so yes, delete that slide. Or you can click add slide, blank slide, same thing. And then you'll just click background, and then instead of transparent, you have to go image, go to your media library. And that's it. And you'll click save when you're done. Let's see, what did I add? We don't want that, so I'll delete that. And then we don't want that. Okay. All right. And I think if we want to go back, we can go back. I think that should take care of everything. I'm going to go back and I'm going to delete the page that I created that we don't need. I'll click trash, and it'll show up in a trash folder up here at the top. And then I can also go to trash and then either restore it or delete it permanently. I'll delete it permanently because we don't need it. And then also your site holds on to a cache so that it's easy for people to load it very quickly. And so one of the things we suggest is coming up here and saying clear and preload cache after you've made any edits to the site, and that will make sure that the new edits populate for the next person that's going to visit your site. So again, if after you make changes and you're all done, I would just come up here and clear and preload cache. That's pretty much everything. There are, of course, other things on your site. There's other things you may have questions about, and you can let us know, but that should take you through most everything. And if you run into other questions, just let us know and we'll be happy to help.